Man, what a great time we had last night. I live streamed my first time listening to this, and there were thousands of you guys in there. It's the most I've ever had in a live stream by far. And we just had so much dope conversation. I streamed an extra 2 hours after I was done listening to the EP, just talking to you guys about it. So shout out to you if you came through for that live stream. Hopefully the reaction is still up. UMG might have taken it down by now. If they did, it's over on my Patreon. But it's the next day. I'm refreshed, and I'm ready to break down these songs one by one and see how much metaphors and hidden meanings that I can find. I'm gonna do the things that I do, all right? And of course, we're gonna start with the first song and music video, Fear. Obviously, this video is gonna be copyright claimed. UMG does not like me at all. So if you want to support me, you can do it by free just by doing this right here. I can feel it in the air. Something big is coming. You don't want to miss out on this. I promise it is fun. So let's run it. Raiders too legit. So won't you quit the fussing and download it? Quick now, don't skip. You better get to rushing. They got them champions on deck. That clan boss, yeah, he ain't no threat. Cause I done banded up with a squad of rates and I'm aiming for them next. I'm sending payments for them threats. Inflicting pain upon the rest. Arenas is the place for me. I be maiming them in the mess. I summon wins as easy as clicking open up on the shards. Don't believe me, then meet me in the PvPs and get scarred. Download down, let's get some rounds. Join my clan or something. Cause raid is raiding amazing, man. It's a game to be bumping. Hey you like getting extremely rare and valuable things for free just because game developers are awesome? Boom! Perfect time to try to join Raid right now. They're gonna give you a ton of free stuff just by clicking my link and trying out the game. So thing number one, Ultimate Death Knight is back, and man, this is a champion that I wish I got. And you can get him for free right now if you're a brand new player. All you gotta do is use promo code UDKING. And man, this dude is a tank when I battle him in arenas. He's so hard to get rid of. But not only that, when you click my link down there or scan the QR code on the screen, you're also gonna get an epic starter pack with Ultimate Galek. And then once you reach level 15 in the game, you're gonna get another epic pack, this time with Zargala. And for some reason you don't want Ultimate Death Knight, there are 5 other legendary champions that you can pick from to get. You got Green Warden Ruark with promo code TREEHUGGER, Alice the Wanderer with promo code GetAlice, Tuhana Rock with promo code Desert Queen, Sun Wukong the Monkey King with promo code Monkey King, he's pretty dope, Fallon Foulbeard with promo code Demonslayer. If it were up to me, I'd pick between Sun Wukong and Ultimate Death Knight, but this is the first time that I've seen Ultimate Death Knight come back around as a promo code in a long time. So download the game now, go get all these amazing things, and shout out to Raid for sponsoring this video. I still can't believe he dropped back-to-back music videos last night. It was such a movie. But all right, let's get into this. Fair warning, will be some pausing. I'll try not to go overboard, but I want to break this bad boy down. I want to see these metaphors. Let's get it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello. Shout out Simon and Garfunkel.
Knocking at my door again, begging me to come outside, let you back into my life. Now, usually I'd be strong enough.
You can just hear the pain in his voice,
to
man.
lock the doors and keep them shut. But not today, I'm desperate. So go ahead and come on in.
Okay. So, a lot I want to break down. I wanted to let it play a little bit before I started pausing on you. So, thing number one I've definitely noticed is that you can hear this darkness whispering and responding to him. So, when he opens up the song, Hello, Darkness, my old friend, you can hear darkness respond with, hello. And then later on in the verse, when he's talking about he's usually strong enough to keep him out, but not today, he's desperate, you hear darkness repeat the word desperate, the negative word, the dark word of the bar. Another thing that I noticed, so every time that he's taking this key and attempting to unlock it to let darkness in, he's immediately shaking his hand. That represents a lot of things. It represents his OCD and trying to shake off the filth because he knows it's dirty. He knows it's wrong, trying to let darkness in, but he just cannot control himself. And he's trying to shake that filth off, and it actually hurts him because he knows he's doing wrong, but he can't control himself. And like I said, he's normally strong enough to withhold these feelings, but he's desperate. He can no longer hold on anymore. Now he's inviting him inside like a vampire, like Nosferatu.
Go ahead and come on in. So go ahead and come on in.
And now fear and darkness is locked inside the mansion with him.
OCD is worse than ever, hands are bleeding, maybe I should take the pill stone. Know what's going on with me, some days I actually think I might be schizo. Frantic, probably not, but even writing this is making me begin to spiral, oh God. Made a promise to myself I wouldn't let the fear back in, but then I did though. Told the world that I was sick of running, then went back to running, what a joke.
Okay, man, a lot of good stuff happening. So he is in this hallway that is surrounded on both sides by a mirror. So this is an infinity hallway. And every time he's looking at himself and wants to run away from himself, he turns and just sees himself again. And you can see the cracks right here. There's actually darkness bleeding out from these cracks and seeping out of the mansion. So he is enveloped and completely surrounded by this darkness with no way out. Every which way he turns, He sees it and there's no way to escape. And I love that he referenced this song Running, which is one of my favorite songs from Hope, where he said, I told the world that I was done running and I'm tired of running, and then I just immediately relapsed and went back into running. What a joke. And that he made this promise he wouldn't let fear back into his mind, and it just immediately broke that promise. It's just a classic story of a relapse. And immediately what comes to mind about this is Mary Magdalene. So Mary was the first person that Jesus revealed himself to as the Messiah, and she was his closest follower. She's known as the apostle of the apostles. But even she, knowing what she knows and that Jesus is God, still ended up having a relapse shortly after he was revealed to her. So even though she had 100% undeniable truth of Jesus and of God and of true happiness and forever enlightenment, her human side and her emotions just took over, and she went back to the bars and was drinking and gambling and just doing very sinful things. And to me, that is what I feel like is happening right here. We're seeing NF in his Mary Magdalene state. We had Hope where he was at his highest point and he finally saw the light and was right there at it, and now he's recessed because of life events that have happened and made that doubt creep into his brain.
The running with a joke. Disappointed, yeah, me too. I thought I finally made a breakthrough. Guess not.
Now that darkness is really seeping in. Ooh, again, sorry, I don't mean to pause so much. You see that darkness start to flow in a lot more, and then his hand immediately goes in, and he's like reminding himself, like, my hand is the one that did this. That OCD is starting to kick back in. That pain is starting to come back in because I've let fear into this house.
It's the same song and dance, you have seen it before. Darkness holds out its hand, then we walk to the floor. Every decision made, is it mine anymore? Like a puppet with strings, I just don't have a choice. What's the truth? What's
great imagery along with the lyrics right there, where he said, I'm a puppet with strings, I just don't have a choice. Every decision that I make now isn't mine. And we can see the strings from the mansion pulling him and controlling every move that he makes. He's bound. He can't do anything. And the strings are black, obviously representing the fear and the darkness. Like you said, it's the same song and dance. You guys have seen this before. You've seen me at my lowest. I've relapsed back to my lowest yet again. It's a never-ending battle, man. And the best way I can describe this is beautifully dark. The song sounds so good so far, but it hurts to listen to as a fan and as a fellow human and a fellow Christian.
Help me, God, help me, Lord. Face your fears, dry your eyes. Grandma died, what's the point? Lost the keys, lost my hope, lost my will, lost my joy, lost a friend, lost my hope, lost my faith, lost my voice.
Man. Lost my voice, and then his mouth immediately gets tapered over. But he's in this classic moment, his last moments of speaking, he's crying out, asking God to please help him. But that his grandma died, he lost a friend, he's lost his joy, lost his hope, lost the keys to the mansion, he lost his faith. He's just lost everything. And that darkness is really just latched on and infecting him. And I see a lot of people talking about this moment where he says that he lost a friend and they're trying to figure out who it is. I honestly feel like he might even be talking about himself. He lost this part of himself that he actually enjoyed. This hope version of himself that was a good person that he enjoyed being around. Now that person's gone. That was one of his friends that he no longer has anymore because he doesn't have hope anymore. A lot of metaphors, man. And here he is washing his hands. Again, another great scene right here. He's still in his mansion right here, but absolutely enveloped by nothing but the darkness. And he's got that OCD at full tilt right now. He's trying to scrub his hands and get rid of the filth and fix what he did. Because his hands, again, are what started this whole mess. His hands unlocked the door for fear to come into his mansion and completely overtake everything. But it's also symbolism of washing your hands of your sins. Where he's trying to forgive himself. He's trying to fix what he's done by washing his hands. Yeah, and he's got these flashbacks in his heads of the fear coming in. Now his head's on fire.
Standing back, watching my mansion burn to ash while I hold the gas can, asking God if he started this fire.
Wow.
Is this what you want?
I never really caught that the first time because it's so spread out and kind of chopped up a little bit. But he's essentially saying, I'm sitting here watching my mansion, my brain, my mind, my whole body burn to ashes. And I'm standing here with the gas can, the reason it's on fire, yet I'm still asking God, are you the one that started this fire? Like, I can't even look at myself and realize I'm the one that's doing this. I'm blaming God for what I have done. And now we got darkness creeping into this church right here.
Make all my hopes and my dreams come to life just to lay them to rest.
Oh, man. Okay, so again, we're not in the mansion anymore. We're in a church, and we can see he's kind of back to his hope self, because that's the only place in life that hope still exists for him, is with God, in the church. We saw in the previous scene, his own mind, his own mansion is not there anymore. Everything is completely dark around him, but he still has some hope in the church. But the second he starts questioning God, is like, is this what you wanted? We see this fear and this darkness bust open the doors of the church and coming right after him. Again, great parallels right there.
Is this what you wanted?
Oh man, and his hands start shaking as soon as fear comes in there as well. As soon as that darkness comes in.
Give me a false sense of peace just to show me what peace really is.
Man, some of the greatest lines of the song right there.
Is this what you wanted? On the verge, on the edge. Is this what you wanted? Petrified, scared to death. Is this what you wanted?
Oh, can see it bleeding from his eyes.
Is this what you wanted? What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Hanging on by a thread. Is this what you wanted? Empty heart, nothing left. Is this what you wanted? Breaking down, spiraling. Is this what you wanted? What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? My head is just what you wanted to have.
Wow.
Is this what you wanted?
Man,
What you wanted?
he's like ferociously trying to wash it from his skin now. And we have all these flashbacks where he's inside of his mansion, and it's overtaking him so much that his mansion is on fire on the inside, and now we're outwardly seeing him on fire. His mind, his mansion is burning down because of this darkness that has creeped in. That's why he's on fire inside of the church. And I think it's very symbolic as well that fear and darkness waited until he was in the church to completely consume him. It could have done it while he was in the mansion, while he was in the hallway, while he was strung up like a puppet. It could have done it in any moments in those times, but it waited until he was trying to talk to God to creep in and get him, because that's when the devil would do it. Because most people, if you don't get an answer from God, if you feel like God is doing something to you, that is when you are the most vulnerable, and that is when you are the most likely to be taken advantage of and lose that hope and gain all that darkness. Whew, man, this is so heavy.
Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you feeling? Started. Is this what you wanted? What you wanted?
Oh, man. So he's collapsed in the middle of the mansion. You can see all the ash and everything that is burned around him on the carpet right here. And he had all those flashbacks in his mind of moments in his mansion where he was battling that darkness. You could even see the scene where he was in the hallway of mirrors, just trying to punch through the mirrors. He was doing everything he could to try to escape that fear and that darkness, but it eventually consumed him, and he's collapsed on the floor now. And now we got fear coming back and stealing the keys to the mansion. Oh, again, dude, it just, my heart hurts for him, especially that last big grand chorus. It sounded so great with all the rounds and just the big orchestral types and the different harmonies that he had going on. Musically, it sounded amazing. But he's sitting there talking to God like, is this what you wanted? Me hanging by a thread, me at my lowest moment possible, desperate with an empty heart and nothing left to give? Did you want to make all my dreams come true just to take it away from me and make me feel this pain? Did you want to give me peace just to show me what peace was and then take it away? And this also reminds me, I talked about this in my live stream last night, of the story of little James, one of the apostles as well. James had an ailment with his leg and it pained him to walk, and he witnessed Jesus doing all these miracles of making the lame walk again, making the blind see, mute people could talk, deaf people could hear. And he's supposed to be one of Jesus's closest followers and testaments to who he is as the Messiah. And little James broke down and was like, why won't you heal me? And then Jesus told him, I absolutely could heal you and you would have a great story to tell. But how much more does it say about you and your faith and your belief in me that I don't heal you? That you can have this ailment, you can have this horrible thing wrong with me, yet you still believe and you still know that I am the Messiah, and you will still preach that to the world. That shows the importance of little James and shows the importance of faith and knowing that this life is temporary, but eternal life is eternal, and that pain will be gone forever, and to fight through this temporary pain to enjoy forever relief. And again, that is where I feel like NF is at right now, that he is at his lowest moment and he's questioning God, like, why won't you fix this? Are you putting me in this situation to keep me at my lowest, to see if I still believe, to see if I still truly have faith? Because it's it's very easy to have faith and very easy to believe when everything's going right. But the second that things go wrong and things aren't going your way, is that belief real? Is that faith real? And that's the ultimate test. Man, what a great video. Hopefully I broke this down as much as I could for you guys. I wouldn't have been able to break this down like this a couple months ago because I've gotten way closer in my faith and trying to learn way more about the Bible. And it's making me make a lot of great connections in my life. And hopefully it can help heal you guys the way that it's helped me. And again, the only way to describe this song is beautifully dark. And this whole EP is kind of like this, man. The EP is called Fear, but I think Hopeless would have been a perfect name for it. And I even talked about a Hopeless EP back when Hope dropped, or like a Hope side B called Hopeless, where that fear and that darkness comes back. And it just, again, I feel for the guy and I hurt for him knowing that he went through all these emotions. And I'm hoping that making this music got that emotion out of, because I know it helps me out a ton as an artist myself. When I make sad songs, it gets that emotion out of my heart and out of my brain to where I can move on and it's out in the world somewhere else for somebody else to hear. But all right, that's it for this one. Long reaction. I appreciate everybody that watched it. Tomorrow I will have the reaction to the Washed Up music video, and we're going to go song by song after that until we're done. Shout out to everybody that you see on my screen. These are my Patreon members. They got this video early. Also, no ads, no sponsors, no intros. You just go right into the video. They also have access to the full live stream, and just you get a lot of access for things over there, and you can join for as little as $1 a month or as much as $10 a month if you just want to bring me extra support. I'm currently building my mother and father-in-law a house right now, so any support at all helps me out a ton. But you can also support me by free by downloading Raid Shadow Legends. Every single download helps me out a ton to get future sponsorships, and they have really taken care of me over the years, and it's a fun game that I actually play, so it's a win-win for everybody. Try it out. But that's it. I love you guys. God is good. I'll see you tomorrow in another video.
I know the way I'm living ain't been right for my soul. So please, Lord, won't you help me? The flames are closer than ever, feels like I'm melting. I got some